Welcome to Module 6, everybody. This will be a very quick video because I know you have a lot to do before Tuesday. Alright, I'll run through these just so you get to hear them out loud, but it'll be fairly quickly. For mouth, we've got oro and stomato. Tongue, glosso and linguno. That one has a little bit of a different pronunciation when you put it into a word, like sublingual. Lip, chilio or labio. Teeth, dento, odonto. Gums, gingivo, you've probably heard that in the term gingivitis. Saliva, or the glands that produce the saliva, cialo. Esophagus, simple one, just put an O at the end, esophago. Pharynx, remember anything that ends in an X changes to a G when you make it a combining form, so pharyngo. Stomach, gastro, intestine, intestino, or entero, both referring to any part of the intestine. And then the duodenum is the very first part of the intestine that leads out of the stomach. The combining form is duodeno. The next part of the intestine is jejunum. We add an O for jejuno. Error right here. There should be only one O, so take one of those O's out. Ileum. Notice the spelling here. Ileum is the intestine. If you had seen this word I-L-I-U-M, we'd be referring to a bone. So ileum with an E is referring to the intestine. Ileo is the combining form. Appendix can be simple appendo, or you can add the C for appendico. Colon, this is referring to any part of the colon, ascending, transverse, or descending, colo or colano. The sigmoid colon is the little S shape at the end of the colon. Sigmoido is the combining form. Rectus and anum are rectum and anus are the last two parts of the digestive system. Recto and procto both refer to the rectum, and then anus, we add an O for ano, or you can use procto for either of these terms. Some accessory organs include the liver, pancreas, bile, and gallbladder. Hepato is the combining form for liver. We add an O for pancreato. Bile is the substance that's produced by the gallbladder. Produced by the liver and packaged by the gallbladder. Chole is the combining form for that substance. That's probably the toughest one in this chapter. And then the gallbladder is cholecysto. We already remember from last week that cysto is bladder, so gallbladder, cholecysto. Alright, some suffixes. Emesis, anything that comes up through the mouth. Megaly is an enlargement of any kind. Orexia refers to an appetite, so anorexia would mean without an appetite. Pepsia refers to digestion. Swallowing or eating, phasia. And I think we saw phage or phagocyte earlier in this term, and that meant that a cell was eating or gobbling up some bad stuff. We can also use that phasia to mean swallowing of food or swallowing of liquids. Only 4 abbreviations for this chapter. BM is bowel movement. GERD, GERD, is referring to heartburn. It stands for gastroesophageal reflux disease, or you might see the D stand for disorder. IBS is irritable bowel syndrome, and US is ultrasound. We use ultrasound in this chapter because it's often used for abdominal organs. Alright, to wrap things up, this week you are taking a final exam, and it contains everything in the course. Make sure you're using the Module 6 knowledge checks because you will have quite a few questions from the digestive system on that exam. One last reminder, use all of your study guides. So if you've been making flashcards out of those study guides, use all of them, Modules 1 through 6, to prepare for your final. There is a practice final exam. You can take it as many times as you like. It is absolutely not graded. You can start and stop and save your answers as much as you'd like. You will be able to see some feedback after you submit that. You won't be able to see your feedback. You'll see if you got answers wrong or right, but not why. and that's because a lot of these questions translate into the real final. So if you get a question wrong, make sure you look that up, excuse me, and understand why it was wrong, because you'll see something similar on your actual final. Here are the assignments for this week. You have course project, same setup as the last few course projects. You'll notice that this one's a little bit longer, not longer in number of questions, but it's a full medical chart, so it might take you longer to look through all that information and find what you need to find. The final exam, like I said, is comprehensive, covers everything. Everything is multiple choice on this on this test. Here's something that's really interesting. You get 2 attempts. You can take this final 2 times. You don't have to, but you can. Only the best score will count towards your grade. So if you get a 80% on the first one and that's not good enough, you want to try again, and you get 90 on the second attempt, your overall score is 90. If you got that 80, you try it again, and this time you only got 76, the 80 still counts. So it doesn't matter which is higher, the best score counts. It is a timed exam just like all of your other quizzes, so be prepared for that. And your live classroom keyword this week is Tuesday, because I want you to remember that Tuesday is the last day of class. You will not have any opportunity to turn in your work after Tuesday. All right, I did want to share this with you. Your full medical record involves Nancy and Nancy's full entire record. So this is a lot of information. It's going to take you a while to go through, but you guys have been doing a really good job on your modules 2 through 5, so I don't have any doubt that you will be able to get that done and score well. There's your final exam. Remember, you can take this twice. And live classroom keyword is Tuesday. Absolutely nothing is accepted after Tuesday. Note right here. Tuesday 11/7 is the end of the course. If I don't have that work completed by 11:59, it will not receive a grade. So make sure you're paying attention to that deadline. Use these last couple days to finish up the last few assignments. And of course, if you have any questions at all, please let me know. All right, everybody, have a good one, and I look forward to finishing up the class with you successfully. Thanks.